It's time for our literacy lesson now. And I think our friend the chameleon is really going to enjoy this lesson because the picture I'm going to show you looks a lot like his home. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. Okay, and here's our objective. We're learning to use a range of verbs. A range just means lots of different ones. So to be successful today, I'd like you to follow these steps. So first, select an animal from the picture. Then identify what that animal is doing, that's the verb. Put the verb in the sentence with a positional opener. Now, positional openers, you did those last week with Mrs. Wood. They describe where something is in the picture, and you're going to put that at the beginning of your sentence. Then you're going to check for sense and punctuation. So has it got a capital letter at the beginning? Does it have a full stop at the end? Or you might want to use an exclamation mark if it's an exciting sentence. So have a little think. What are verbs? Can you pause the video and have a chat to your adult and see if you can remember what a verb is? Okay. Verbs are doing or action words. I wonder if you got that right. Don't worry if you didn't, because you'll know by the end of the lesson what a verb is. So verbs give us information about what is happening in the writing. Well done if you did get it right. What verbs do you know? Have a little think about things that you can do. Can you chat to your adult again and tell them all the different actions that you can do? I wonder if you came up with any of these. So I want you to act out the verb in these pictures and then say the word aloud. Okay, so we've got and then there's some more. What's the boy doing? And the girl? And what are those children doing with the ball? Let's see if you came up with these words. Swimming, sleeping, reading, walking, dancing, playing. Lots of ing words there. They've all got the suffix ing on the end, haven't they, all those verbs? Well done, you might have come up with some extra ones of your own as well. So we're not going to be doing what people are doing today. We're going to be looking at what some animals in a jungle picture are doing today. And I think that's harder to come up with those verbs. So to help you, I've done a verb word mat, and you can use these words in your writing, or you can come up with your own if you've got a different word that describes how that animal moves instead. That's absolutely fine. So let's have a look at these. First of all, we've got pounce for a tiger, slither for a snake, plod, it's quite a slow way of moving, for a panda, flutter for a butterfly, sleep for a sloth, crawl for an ant, pound for a gorilla. A heavy animal like an elephant might stomp as it walks, hang for a bat, climb for an orangutan, swing for a chimpanzee, hunt for a leopard, swim for a fish. A parrot can squawk. A lizard can scurry. That's a very quick way of moving. A frog can hop. A cheetah can prowl. A lemur can leap, and a crocodile can sleep. So don't forget, if you are using these verbs and you're adding ed or ing suffixes onto the end of them, all those rules you've been learning in phonics over the last couple of weeks. So remember, if it ends in a Y, do you need to drop the Y and add an I? Or if it ends in E, do you need to get rid of the E before adding your suffix? Or if it's got a short vowel and then a consonant, do you need to double that consonant before adding the suffix? Okay, have a think. Watch out for those irregular verbs though. I've written them down here, the ones off of my word mat. So sleep, hang, swing, swim, and leap. They're irregular. That means you don't add ed onto the end of them when you're putting them into the past tense. Okay, So the actual word changes. So just take care of those ones. I'm going to show you a couple of examples now. Okay, ask an adult if there are any words on the word map that you can't read or you don't know what they mean, and they can help you. So look at the picture. Which verbs could we use to describe what the animals are doing? So you can use that word map, or you can come up with your own. Have a little chat with your adult again and pause the video. Can you come up with any verbs for what the animals are doing in this picture? Okay, what did you come up with? Could you come up with snap, maybe? That's what I came up with for the crocodile. And the past tense of snap is snapped. I came up with hang for the orangutan. Okay, and the past tense of that is hung. Then leap, I was thinking of the lemur for that one. And the past tense of leap is leapt. Okay, so now let's put the verbs into sentences. Can you include an opener? Remember those positional openers and adjectives in your sentence? Because although adjectives isn't our focus today, we don't want boring sentences. We still want you to describe the animals because it's such a lovely, bright and colourful picture. I'm sure you can come up with some adjectives to describe them. So here's an example. So I had a think, and then I put, for my positional opener, I looked at in the water. That's where the crocodile is. So I started with in the water, a fierce, scaly crocodile snapped. That's my verb, snapped its sharp, dangerous jaws at the elephant. So I've used two double adjectives. Excuse me, we went too far there. Two double adjectives there, fierce and scaly, and sharp, dangerous, to describe the crocodile. And altogether, it makes an interesting sentence. So in the water, a fierce, scaly crocodile snapped its sharp, dangerous jaws at the elephant. So in the resources, I've given you a list of positional openers to help you to start your sentences. If you want to come up with your own, that's absolutely fine. But if you're a little bit stuck on how to start, you can use one of those to start off. So here they are. I've got high up in the trees, in the water, on the tree trunk, behind the leaves, beside the stream, underneath, above, next to, on top of, in the back of, in the middle of, below. So lots of different positional openers that you could use, but you can also have a think about any of your own that you might like to use. So I'll do a couple more examples for you before I let you go and have a go on your own. So let's have another think. A positional opener. I started with high up in the trees. So this time I'm describing the orangutan. High up in the trees, a fluffy orange orangutan hung from a mossy green branch. He does look fluffy, doesn't he? And the branch is definitely green and mossy. One more. This time I'm having a little look at the lemur. Okay, so I said that the position of the lemur is above. What is it above? Above the sleek black panther. The stripy-tailed lemur leapt from branch to branch. I think it's probably going to escape being eaten by that panther just there. So I did use my imagination a little bit because the lemur's not moving in the picture, but I thought, if he spotted that panther below, I think he would want to get out of the way really quickly. So it's your turn now. Can you come up with your own sentences using those resources to help you? I'm sure that you'll get on just fine. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.